Hi, I'm the host of the STO Smokers Lounge. I'm here to tell you about Anchor, the perfect app that you can use right now to start your own podcast network. You can broadcast right now. All you got to do is download the app, whether you have a phone, iPad, or even a laptop or desktop. You can right now download Anchor or go to Anchor FM right now and start recording and have your stuff broadcasted over multiple platforms such as Spotify. So go to Anchor today and start your podcast career like I have. Because trust me, I love me some Anchor. Hello, 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 hello.
How are
How you
you?
doing? I'm doing fine. I'm doing good. It's been a long time.
It has.
Yes, it has. So, people, this ain't gonna be traditional today. I'm sitting here with a very special smoke buddy, Lola Love Booty,
Booty love.
Booty Love. Excuse me, Booty Love. I'm sorry, because normally I let them introduce themselves, but she deserved me to give her the introduction. And how have you been?
I'm doing better now.
Okay, okay. And so people can understand, she has actually been on hiatus and stuff, and we're gonna talk
Mhm.
about that and a few other things and stuff. So we're gonna just get it jumped off with where have you been? What's been going on with Lola?
It was, I think it was the end of June, early July. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I just went in to get a new Mirena, actually, new birth control so that I could continue filming.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and they found some precancerous cells. So then it was just the process of we had to get biopsies done and then figuring out what the next step, which ended up being surgery, um, and then just recovery from that. And it took a while to get there, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
almost able to have um, full access now to everything, almost off all restrictions. But yeah,
Okay.
it's been
Okay.
several months. They that cancer word is scary. So as soon as they said that, I Lola dropped off the face of the earth.
Oh, we're good
Pretty
night.
much.
And what this was breast
No,
or
cervical.
cervical?
Yeah. Because
Different.
I went in to get a new Mirena, so I had to get, the pap
Mm-hmm.
smear. And they
Mm-hmm.
found 3 spots. So
Mm-hmm.
then I had to wait a little bit until they can get in, and they did some biopsies, and they said it
Mm-hmm.
was moderate to severe precancerous cells. So then they ended up
Ooh.
basically, took a melon baller and scooped a ton of my cervix out.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was just healing from that and letting all that settle into place.
Yeah, you had no choice but to take a break. You had
Oh,
no
oh
choice.
yeah. Yeah, there
I
was
mean,
there was
it
that's
was not a
that's that's
choice.
the money pot.
Yeah, most definitely. And but lucky for you, you have done a lot of content to where basically, your sites can still run and you can still make money in your sleep.
Yeah. I'll be honest though. I A part of me just didn't care what happened
Hmm.
because I was just so worried between that.
Hmm.
I have a daughter.
Hmm.
While you're waiting on all the results, you're like, oh shit, what's going to happen if it is cancer?
Hmm.
What's the future for my daughter?
Yeah, I've been in that situation with on my side of the fence, um, because my wife was diagnosed with breast cancer. So, and then, like I
Oh
said, with the
no.
chemo and everything, I mean, she didn't survive it. She didn't move past. Thank God, by the grace of good Lord. But
Good.
like I tell people, we do have lives outside of this. When it
Oh
comes to
yeah.
the industry, period, or celebrities or anyone in general that's in entertainment and stuff. Because even with Chad Bowen, people didn't realize he had cancer, and he was sitting here doing movies. And
Oh wow.
he kept that on, on the low or what have you. So how'd your
Hmm.
family hold up during that time?
Um. Well, my dad just said, he's the optimistic one.
Mm-hmm.
So he's
Yeah.
like, okay, we're gonna be fine. We're gonna get through this. My mother, I'm her only daughter, and I'm her
Mm-hmm.
baby. So
Mm-hmm.
she's worried, and she went to every visit, and did the
Mm-hmm.
hand holding and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so they were there. They let me have my time and just kind
Mm-hmm.
of deal with it. But like I said, they took everything out and they burned everything off.
Mm-hmm.
So we're okay now. But it was just, and it wasn't full fledged cancer. It was just precancerous cells. So no, it definitely could have been way worse. But it was just a
Yeah.
really, really
They caught it
scary.
early enough. They caught it early enough
Yeah.
to where it wouldn't have got worse. Because
Yeah.
that's crucial. That is
Mm,
crucial, yo. So I am glad that you are doing good and moving forward and everything.
yes.
Because even to me, because like I said, I didn't necessarily know. Because like I said, normally I don't bother everybody, but so much. 'Cause I figured, you know, I check on y'all from time to time, what have you. I know people
Hmm.
have lives and careers and everything, and because even when I told you, I said when I saw the threesome scene that you had posted, where I guess the foursome or wherever it was with you and that lady, you said that was shot. I think what last year. I said,
That was if it's oh, is it the one you're thinking? It me and another woman in red? Was it
yeah,
Ginger Vixen?
yeah, yeah, Ginger Vixen, yeah,
Yeah, that was from the Dog Vision shoot in December.
yeah,
It
yeah, yeah,
was I thought I had posted it and then I found it because the OnlyFans thing happened. So now I'm working on
yeah.
all content and changing stuff over because right now everything just says
Mm,
OnlyFans.
mm.
Um, and I was like, oh yeah, and I forgot we had done a whole photo shoot with me and Ginger.
Yeah, y'all got down in that scene.
Yes. Oh yes.
How many guys was it?
We had two guys at the shoot, and
Mm-hmm,
then it ended up me and Ginger weren't even planned on filming together. It just kind of was like, hey, you want to play? So
mm-hmm.
we got dolled up and we ended up doing a scene.
Mm-hmm. Oh God, shoot. Well,
Both of
she
ours
had well,
first girl on girl scene filmed.
no doubt, no doubt. Because
Yeah.
so what all did y'all shoot with Dog Vision?
Um, I don't know if I can say.
I mean, it ain't like you putting it out.
No. No, I'm not.
Or it's not a disclosure. You didn't sign an NDA, and I'm pretty sure they wanted you to promote it. So go
Maybe.
ahead.
Well, it was with oh my gosh, I'm trying to Mr. Sticks
Mm-hmm.
and Logan Reeves
Mm-hmm.
were there and we had done I did a ball and ass licking scene with them. We did
Mm-hmm.
a DVP,
Mm.
a blowjob scene, and then the one that actually I sprained my thigh on that shoot
Damn.
with sticks. Yeah,
Damn sticks.
sticks. Yeah, he has been slept on. I think I don't know.
Damn.
That man is, and he's amazing to work with.
Uh,
Um, and then we did the me and Ginger scene, um and I did a basement blowjob one.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was all the scenes from.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You did a whole bunch of work right there. Damn, we go.
Oh yeah, that was all in a day. That was all in an evening.
See, that's what I'm talking about. See that to me, that's when you do shoots. If I have somebody for a day, I'm trying to get 5, 6 scenes knocked out. I ain't trying
Oh
to just
yeah.
do two.
Oh,
Period.
and I would have done more, but it was at one point between Sticks and Dog, they pulled my leg in a way, and I was like, oh that hurts. So even a
Mm,
scene with me and Ginger, um, I don't move much because I can't move my legs. I sprained my upper thigh and it hurt really really bad.
mm,
So she kind of just moved to me instead of making me to go to her.
yeah. Yes, people. We're athletes too. We have to work through injury, like athletes.
Now,
So,
now it was a trip to get there, because it was a couple states over and we drove. Um,
mhm.
So on the way back, Lothario actually drove, and I just sat in the back, just laid there because I couldn't move my leg. It hurt so bad. And I was going around the house with a walker for the next few days just because, I wasn't sure what it was at the time. And I was like,
Yeah.
shit, this hurts.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, because I done pulled muscles doing scenes and stuff like that, hurt my back, because people don't realize when we filming, it's not you just having sex, you're actually trying to make a scene, you're trying
Yeah.
to angles and positions that you wouldn't normally necessarily do in your sex life, because let's be honest, everybody don't get rolled in their normal sex life. Sometimes your sex is really just doggy style and she might suck you for a minute. But
Yeah. That's not how it is when we make a scene. That's why we call it a
oh
scene.
no.
Because
Yeah, see,
it's performing.
yes, we practically athletes. If you want to be honest.
We are literally. It was like, okay, let's stretch before the first one.
Mm-hmm. So shoot, I see when that in my day we got together, we would have we probably been sore as hell by the end of the weekend because we would have probably got a shitload of content shot.
See, but that was originally that was my plan. There were 2 bedrooms in the house we had, and I was just going to bounce between the two with the guys as long as they
Mm-hmm.
could keep up. But
Yeah,
it hit a point where they needed a break because it was
yeah.
just guys can't keep going like girls can.
No, it's well, it depends on the guy because
Yeah, that is true. Because I don't think
it
sex ever came on that scene or on that shoot.
yeah, because it depends on one how many different scenes you're doing versus
Mm-hmm.
fetish scenes, hardcore fetish scenes. Like with me, I can say at my best, I did no bullshit, and I'm not just tooting my horn. This is facts. 6 hardcore scenes that was like between 20 to 30 minutes apiece, and pop.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted. Some of them pops was hard to get, but
Oh. Oh,
girls
I
had to
bet.
work for them. But the thing of it is just his recovery time,
Yeah.
period. And plus his level of like is the more I have sex, the more energized I get. Not every guy's like that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a guy got to know his limitations in the bedroom at the same token. To where
Well,
he won't overexert himself. Because see, sometimes guys, but see, also too, guys don't know how to pace themselves during scenes.
true. They just go all in at the beginning and then they're dead by the end of it or the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
finish line seems harder to achieve.
Like for example, like we might do a scene where she do cowgirl, we do doggy and missionary with some BJ. I might eat the coochie. Okay, boom. The next scene we might try reverse cowgirl with it, switch it up, doggy, doggy style a different way, and maybe missionary. Period. But see,
Yeah.
also they do why guys must learn to pace yourself with their stroke, and you ain't got to pound the girl the whole time during the scene because
No.
when you gonna tire yourself out, and you
Yep.
might make yourself come fast.
Very true.
So, but no, I just funny to me because like the ladies in their 30s and 40s, they can they can go longer and stronger than the young girls. For what I've seen, you ask me, because it seems like the older girl, they the other girl be tapping out in the game, bang, y'all still be rolling. So do you think? So do you think with you? You know what I'm saying? Do you think that with your age it kind of helps you with your stamina in sex sometimes?
I don't know honestly because there's not very many times where I've had to like tap out and stay out. Um, like if we use a vibrator on the clit, I need like a 2-minute break after I come because then I'm too sensitive and it's just too much and then it hurts. Um, but no, I've always just come like a fountain. That's been
Mm-hmm.
a thing since I was, first having sex as a teenager.
Mm-hmm. So you multi-orgasmic for the most part.
Oh yeah,
I
I
love
mean,
multi-orgasmic women.
I And I feel bad because there's so many, especially with TikTok now. You see all the girls are like, "I've never had an orgasm." How?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just in foreplay, I can have 5 to 10.
Which is interesting because me and Lucy, I'll tell you about Lucia Gabriella.
Hmm.
Which by the time y'all hear this, her episode will be up for a special smoke episode. She talked about that, about sometimes women block themselves from having orgasm because they're not willing to completely submit to the situation or what have you.
And that I feel bad for those women because fuck, orgasms are great.
I'm
I
saying
mean,
La Petite Le Meilleur. God, I got to say it right if I'm going to say it. La Petite Le Meilleur. Le Amour. Le Meilleur. God dang it. What it means in Spanish, it means little death because of orgasm. They Shakespeare equated to dying almost and being reborn.
oh shit, maybe it's a good thing I'm a
Yeah,
millennial
La
because aren't we all
Petite
suicidal?
Le Mort. That's it. La Petite Le Mort. That's it. I finally got it right.
Yeah, God, I love having orgasms. I mean, I could pick up a vibrator and come in like 10 seconds if I
Oh
really
God.
want to.
Yeah, because I love the girls that I used to work with that were rapid fire mortal orgasm. It's just like they be coming back to back to back to back. And that shit just like turned me on even more, made the scene more high.
Oh, yeah. And especially
Yeah.
those, I mean, you can tell when they're most of the time, not all the time, but most of the
Mm-hmm.
time, you can tell in a scene whether it's, a true orgasm or if it's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, okay, it's time to have an orgasm in this scene.
Oh yeah, because I know I work with Wendy Wet. She always laughs when she comes, and she laughs in every scene, and she squirts. But like especially the one where she be laughing the hardest, and then also guys understand this. How you know when a girl come. The hard come when she got to stop and she starts shivering. That's when you know you really made her come very hard. She hit,
Oh, yeah. When she
period.
starts
And this,
pushing you away,
yes, oh
that's
god, I
when
used to
it's
love
like,
that shit.
yep.
But then a lot of guys don't even know what's the sign of a woman having an orgasm.
True.
Honestly, you know what I'm saying? What's the signs for a woman having an orgasm?
Well, everyone's different. I mean, me, I scream. I'm a screamer.
Mm-hmm.
When it's like a real, real hard one, I scream. Otherwise, I just kind of yell and I'm loud.
I love those. But physically, your eyes your pupils dilate,
Hmm.
your your titties inflate, deflate, nipples be hard,
Yep.
and the pussy walls not only you become wet, they vibrate. But see, if
Yes.
dude's not paying attention to the body, he wouldn't know. Because, like I said, it's reaction. Every female is different. Making them come every female is different, but the signs of them having an orgasm is pretty much across the board.
That is very true. I never even thought
Yeah.
about that.
Because think about it, if you have an orgasm, a couple of them look at your eyes when you in the mirror, you be looking glazed like you high, like you just hit a goddamn strong ass blunt to the face.
Yeah, that is true.
So, but yeah, but it's just kind of like to me, like to me, I like to make a girl come tongue and dick. And that if you
With
get able
what?
to do that with your mouth and your dick, if you're able to
Ah,
do that, you're good, buddy.
oh yeah. I
So,
mean,
and
meet a lesbian and have them teach you. That's worked well for some.
yeah, that who taught me.
That's that's who taught Lothario was a lesbian.
And I'm pretty sure Lothario's mouth skills is very
I
well good.
I would like to meet that woman and thank her.
So shoot. So tell me your fix up technique.
My
Maybe we can
dick
get this
suck
mother up.
technique?
Yeah. Because your BJ skills is very good. And you that and I always talked about that. That's one thing that's being missed in this game when it comes to the BJ
Mm-hmm.
is the centralness of it. So speak about your technique.
It depends on every person because every cock likes something different.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, some men like you to swirl your tongue around the head, and that just kind of gets them going, and that gets their eyes rolling back a little bit. Um, some prefer when you stroke it with your hand and then you lick their balls. Some like you to squeeze their balls. So it honestly just depends on the cues that I get from whoever I'm with
Mm-hmm.
as to what is working for them. Kind of the same when you eat someone's pussy. Every female is
Mm-hmm.
different.
Yeah.
So it really just depends on what cues I get from them.
Mm-hmm.
Because typically when a guy likes it, they start squeezing their legs a little bit, or they'll start clenching their butt and they kind of go up a little bit, and I'm like, okay, this is working. Um, or like one
Yeah.
leg kind of shivers a little bit, or like
Mhm.
they start adjusting top half. So it really just depends on the cues that I get. Because I want
Mhm.
to obviously make it enjoyable. I want you to be like, damn, she just sucked the soul out of me. That's what I want every time.
Mhm.
So it
Yeah,
really,
but
yeah, depends on the cues.
yeah, and I always say there's a female that gives a great blowjob, meaning that she enjoys giving it as no matter whether she comes off of it. Because there's girls that do have orgasm off of giving blowjobs. I know a couple of girls that have orgasms off of blowjob more so than orgasm from vaginal sex. Actually, I have had a few in my day. I was
I
like, damn.
see, and I'm not one of those, but it is
Mhm.
a turn on. Like I like to know I'm doing good.
Mhm.
I don't need the verbal praise. I'll take it, of course, obviously.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
but if I know like you're enjoying yourself and you're liking this, then oh yeah,
Mhm.
that is a turn on.
Mhm. Yeah, because I love it when they grab my head, push it deeper when I'm eating, or especially when they push you away, or they start rubbing the wall. You got to, I grab the legs, bring my eye. You ain't going nowhere. Nah, because if I see you come out, I'm like, oh nah, nah, nah. I really want to drive you crazy. Because now you extra sensitive. Just like if dude come, girls play with
Mhm.
the head. Oh yeah,
See, I'm not allowed to
yeah.
do that.
Mm, shit. See, I'm a
Um,
wild dude. I come in my mouth and tell the spit right back on it. So, so now we gave the people what they want, period. Let's give them what they need. Now, um, dealing with the cancer situation and finding out about that, you
mhm.
also had to deal with the news on OnlyFans. Now, how did you handle that situation and the reaction, and not just on the reaction of you what you were going to do, but also the mental side of it? Because I know it was stressful to add on top of everything that was going on.
It was the OnlyFans news came. I think just after surgery, and I was still kind of just in the I'm focusing on me thing. But then all of a
Mm-hmm.
sudden it was like, okay, there is a light at the end of the tunnel of this whole cancer thing and all the surgery and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So what's happening next? And all of a sudden they're like OnlyFans, and I'm like, well, son of a bitch. So we did our research on a bunch of other sites, like what's good, because right now we really just did a big push on OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Most of the pictures and everything I have my OnlyFans tag. That was the
Mm-hmm.
one I was really trying to promote at the time for this whole time. And then
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, it's all gone. All of it's gone. Well, it's not gone, but I mean, OnlyFans is still going to be there. But it was
Yeah.
like I'm losing, the main thing I use to put myself out there.
Mm-hmm.
So every day that I have time after work this week, or no, this past, how long has it been? 3 weeks. I've
Mm-hmm.
been taking photos and videos, and I signed up for I think like 10 new sites right now, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
just working on changing the watermark on all my videos and getting stuff put up into. So now
Mm-hmm.
it's I had my main was Pornhub was
Mm-hmm.
kind of always my side one. That's where I tell everyone like, oh, you can go see my trailer videos and da da da. kind of get a gist of who I am. And then you can go to the other one. So now it's, oh shit, I have all of these new sites and I have to edit, videos because I don't have a full website of my own yet, which I need to make one. That would make this so much easier. But it's just, changing the watermark for each new site that I'm on and the videos, the photos, and then to upload them is a whole new ballgame I haven't even done yet. I have the watermarks on. I have them sorted between which site. But it's like, shit. OnlyFans really, and I can only imagine. And here's the thing. I haven't even been doing it that long. I started in porn, end of 2019?
Yeah.
And then COVID happened. So compared to some other, creators out there, I don't have shit for content. I can only imagine what they have done if OnlyFans was pretty much their primary one.
Oh, trust me, I've talked to a few.
I wish them the best. I hope they find a good one. I hope they find something they like. Or if they spread their stuff out, I don't know, but it's a headache.
To me, I think a lot was learned from the OnlyFans news. One, the craziness of it, they never said that they canceled the decision, they suspended it. So it's still a strong possibility that they're still going to sexually explicit content from the site.
Oh, yeah.
Period. And girls had to keep that in mind. So for girls that sit there and jumping because they suspended, you still need to find a new home to a certain extent, or at least spread your stuff out. And what's crazy to me is that a lot of girls, it's twofold. A lot of girls put their baskets into OnlyFans, as in other platforms to go to already, or already having them established. And then also the girls that had other platforms established, they didn't put the equal time and effort it did to the OnlyFans into the other platforms. So did you kind of learn a lesson from seeing what happened with that about putting time into your other platforms?
Well, I do have other platforms already. But honestly, because I work, like we talked last time, I run a restaurant as my day job. And, I don't know if you've watched the news, but there's kind of a work crisis right now.
Yeah.
So, on a good week, I have 7 employees. So I'm working pretty much, 10 to 12-hour days, 5 to 6 days a week. So I don't have all that extra time to dedicate to doing everything. So for me, it was just, honestly, it was easier to plug one site and not have to worry about finding the website for all the other ones and then adding that to like my Snapchat story or my tweet or whatever. I went with Old Reliable. But I'm also lucky enough to not have to rely just on porn for my income.
Bingo.
So because I know when COVID first started and Lothario's off work, he put everything everywhere. He was the one who did it all because he had the time. Now, I think if, porn was my one job and that was what I was going to do to make money and earn a living and I probably would have, shared the love between everything because every website has different things to offer. And that is one thing I've always done. If someone didn't want to pay the OnlyFans subscription fee, I'd send them to ManyVids where they can just buy whatever video they wanted. So I did always do that. So I won't say, I didn't put 100% of my eggs in one basket, but I will say I did put about 90% just because it was easier. Honestly, it was easier.
Yeah. Now, actually, interesting you speak about the restaurant thing. On a different tangent, we'll get back to the porn side of things. I was also talking about that too. about how a lot of people, because of the pandemic, because of OnlyFans, a lot of people wasn't going back to the workforce because in a lot of cases, especially I noticed it was a shortage when it came to the restaurants. I'm in healthcare. There's a shortage in the healthcare.
Yep.
There's a shortage in so many ways. Ain't even framed with the trucker thing. So
In everything.
being a restaurant owner, how do you cope with that and deal with that shortage?
Oh, I dye my
And
hair more often because I have too many grays now.
yeah, and one caveat also the balancing act of doing the porn. Now go ahead.
Um, it's there's 4 restaurants in our company,
Mm-hmm.
all the same restaurant. Um, and I know there's another store that they don't treat their staff as well, so they do tend to go
Mm-hmm.
through quite a bit often.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I make sure that the staff that I do have know that I appreciate the hell out of them just for showing up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you came to work today. Great.
Yeah.
um, so no, I tend to show my staff a lot of appreciation. I let them know, thank you, you're doing a great job. I
Mm-hmm.
give them pretty much everything for free. They get free meals all the time. They get stuff to take home for free to their
Mm-hmm.
families. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but as far as, hiring people, pretty much if you show up to the interview, you're hired. That's how it is right now for me. If you have to pass the background check, um, which is a lot more lax than it was several years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But you just show up to the interview and you're hired. Let's do paperwork tomorrow and
Mm-hmm.
start you the next day. That's kind of how it is.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's a struggle because, we're short staffed. And then also our warehouse that we get our product from is short staffed. Um, they
Mm-hmm.
did a big change with our warehouses where they moved um, a whole bunch of restaurants to a different warehouse. Didn't
Mm-hmm.
tell those workers, and half of them walked out
Mm-hmm.
because all of a sudden they got product for our restaurant, and it was I think 60 or 70 different restaurants, 60 or
Mm-hmm.
70 different stores, all in one
Mm-hmm.
restaurant or all in one facility that they had to now put a truck together for, and no one told any of the workers.
Mm. That is crucial.
So
All his words.
it's at the point now where we just don't have product.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we get some, but it's just this whole no workers thing is.
See, like I said before, what people didn't take into account is that one, damn it, see, we about to get deep tonight. See, damn it. To me, what I think it is that because the how can I put this? When you were forced to pivot during the pandemic, and like I said to somebody, nothing to get business owner because I'm a business
Mm-hmm.
owner my damn self.
Hmm.
Period. A lot of these people, when you get to the point where you're able to make money in a different facet than what you originally, you're going to stick with that facet, and that's part of the reason why um a lot of people and a lot of business owners like yourself have a hard time getting people to come back to come to these jobs because they're not paying as much as they're making doing other shit. The other caveat is just some motherfuckers just lazy, but I don't even want to drag people on that end because damn will sound like a Republican, which I don't want to sound like. But but the point being is that is one of the things about like you being a business owner that you had to deal with is that because I even remember like a lot of people don't remember back in the day when the Bush cuts happened and the recession hit, people
Mm-hmm.
was losing jobs. It's similar to that was going on with the pandemic, but it was more on the government side. Girls
Mm-hmm.
ran the back page. OnlyFans became the new back page, basically,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of girls have been using that for their escorting as well. Period. Screen clients, whatever. We know what it is. Come on, we grown folk. So, but like I said, I think that's the biggest. I think that was the big. It only people
Here's
don't realize. Go ahead, speak. Go ahead.
well. for the type of business I run, obviously I don't want to put the name of it out there, but what store it is. But I pay the most for my town than the subsequent businesses of the same kind. I had a 15-year-old that I had just hired. I had wait 2 months for her to get her Social Security card. I hired her, and she worked 2 days. Now, all I wanted her to do was clean, work 3 days a week, 4 hours a day, and just clean the store, do a deep, deep, deep clean. Because since I didn't have staff, I don't have, super deep clean. My store's not dirty, but, I wanted to get the deep spots that we just haven't had time to do.
Yeah, you got to worry about the health codes and all that shit.
Yeah, but like I said, the store's not like super dirty, but like, the baseboards are a little dirty. They could use some little TLC. So, as I said, I'm the highest paid one out of anyone in our region. And so to clean, literally give her a list of stuff to do every week. She didn't want to do that. 15 years old, and she didn't want to clean for 12 hours a week. Making money, it's $13 an hour. Making $13 an hour at 15 years old to clean 12 hours a week. Her second day, she said, no, thank you.
I ain't gonna say nothing. I want to sit here and go on the millennium rant. Because that was our generation. Yeah, after school, I'll be at your restaurant every day.
If that was me, I would have said, where is the dotted line for me to sign on? Shoot. At 15 years old to make $13 an hour to clean. No, it's really, honestly, part of it, I think, is, the generation.
Yeah.
No one wants to work. And here's the thing, as a boss, we can't even say anything to the employees. Because if they're unhappy and they quit, then we're back at square one and don't have an employee.
Yeah. I was having this conversation with my manager, right? He's new. And I don't want to get a bit out so much, but they just say, I explained to him, you need to soften your approach. Because you know how sometimes when a person comes into a new job, management-wise, they try to flex their muscles, per se.
Oh,
yeah. Period. But you kind of got to know the balance between flexing your muscles and being available emotionally to your employees, meaning knowing when to soften your approach. Because you, in this day and age, and it was funny because a guy, he got in an argument and the guy quit, that he had to now soften his approach because the guy higher up than him was basically saying, we can't look. It's hard enough for us to find people. But he was bragging earlier the other day, yeah, I got a whole team to bring in here. No, you don't, bro, because ain't nobody trying to get hired to this place.
Then where are they? Why didn't you already bring them? You should have brought them with you day one.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Period. Because
don't hold them.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, if you don't treat your employees right and you don't pay them right, they're not going to stay around. And you want them to want to work for you. And see, people don't understand that. You have to have people that want to work for you, work with you. That it doesn't matter if it's porn, if it's music, if you managing a restaurant, if you playing tiddlywinks. You want people to want to work with you because it's a pleasure to come to work with you.
Oh, yeah.
I think a lot of people don't take that into account. Some people don't know how to be a good boss. Let's just be honest.
I have learned through many years. The one biggest thing I've always done is I don't tell anyone to do anything for me. But I will ask them, hey, can you do this? They can say no. I mean, they can say no. They can say no. And I would never ask anyone to do anything that I'm not willing to do myself. But it makes it seem as more of a favor. Like, hey, I'm going to help them out and I'm going to do this for them because they asked me to. Not, well, the fucking boss said I had to do this today.
Yeah, so because the reason why, because it makes them feel good because that means she's willing to get in the dirt with them. And when employees see that, it makes them, once again, want to work for you. Because they'll be like, oh, I know that we have a short. She going to get in the kitchen with me.
Oh,
You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? If we ever short, she gonna bust tables with me, you know, versus the person that just pointing fingers and don't ever get their hand dirty. It's kind of you lose respect for them in some ways.
Yeah, I don't sit on the office or sit in the office on my phone all day. I'm
Mm-hmm.
I'm in there with them. Like let's get it done. Let's go.
So now I always thought about this. This is a hypothetical, right? Because
Okay.
there's a what if you had an employee that wanted to break into adult film and wanted to shoot with you? How you handle that?
I did not long ago.
Oh God.
Yeah, they knew who I was.
Uh,
Um, Funnily enough, they told the rest of my staff.
mm-hmm.
So now I recently found out my whole staff knows Lola.
Yeah. Don't feel bad. Everybody at my job. No, big country.
I mean, I don't. Well, here's the thing: they ask questions and I answer them.
Mm-hmm.
But do you want me to lie? I'm not going to pretend. If you have questions, okay, I'll answer them. It's nothing
Yeah.
they're ever going to do. And if you do, great. Here's some tips
Mm-hmm.
for you. You know, start a page. I'll give you a shout out. But
Mm-hmm.
I good luck. It's not easy. It takes a
Yeah.
lot of time to get started and have a name.
And I think a lot of people don't understand that walking into.
No, it's not. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Well, I mean, it is, but
Yeah.
it's
In the
not
essence
easy.
of it. Yeah. And I think that the biggest mistake that people walk in, that's why girls don't last long in the business. And actually, to be honest with you, it's more so the women that than that of the men because we have to come in and it's hard for us because we have to find ladies like yourself to film with.
I've heard this from a lot of guys that they said it is nearly impossible for them to get in and get a breakthrough.
Yeah, because see, so people can understand this. Take Hollywood out of the equation. Just if you're independent, I have to find a girl to film with. If and guaranteed, when the women, how can I put this? When it comes to their content, initially do not have to spend a dime but so much. Men, we have to because we either have to pay the girl or we have to pay for the girl in some way capacity for us to shoot with them. Now,
Oh yeah.
what I mean by that is pay them up front for their time, or you covering travel, you covering hotel. Some can.
It's true. I've heard that from a lot of guys, and I'm like, we can split this in half and just share the content. And they're like, no way. Like, really? Yeah, it puts both of our names out there. I don't care. I get to meet your fans. You get to meet mine. Let's go. But yeah, apparently we're a dime a dozen.
Hey,
Oh no, what
that
happened?
that was me on my internet, so it
Okay.
was that stupid. But go ahead with what you were saying.
Oh crap, I don't know what I was saying. No, I was just saying I've heard that from a lot of guys where, even for them to get their name out there, because guys are a dime a dozen right now. All you got to really have,
Mm-hmm.
is a cock and know what to do with it, and you can do porn.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of women that don't want to be in this industry, apparently, and
Mm-hmm.
they want to get paid for everything they do because they think their pussy is gold.
Mm-hmm.
When it's
But see, the thing of
I'm
it is,
the,
no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm the
No, go
variety
ahead.
of. I was just gonna say I would rather split it. Let's split it in half. We're both
Mm-hmm.
take a little hit on it in the beginning, and then we can make our own money once we have our own content.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think what happened was when solo content became the thing, that would change the game. Because now, if girls, because originally you had to do boy girl to get into this business,
Yeah.
you had to. It was no other way. Even a lesbian had to do boy girl to get in this business because if all they did was lesbian content, they weren't gonna last long. They because they weren't that many companies that was actually shooting lesbian content. See, people gotta realize you had to look at how many companies shoot what. There was no companies, and there's still no companies that do straight up solos. It just ain't. Never did that was really webcamming. So when girls
Yeah.
figured out to take solo content make that. And then females, because I know it's about females. When they get into business, it's not based off of I want to do this business, off I want to be a porn star half the time. A lot of time it's based off of them seeing another girl doing it, how much money she's basically bragging about. Now let me try it because I look better than her. I got big.
Yep.
Or if it's a BBW, that fat bitch making all that. Imagine what I do. See, yeah, we know what you skinny girls be saying, but
Yes, we
we
do.
know you skinny girls be saying. So, and
I still
because
have a
of
fan
that,
base.
yeah, and the BBWs do better than y'all. Let's make that clear.
Where not all of them. I'm not going to say all of them because I can't speak for everyone.
Well, I mean per capita.
I
If
care more.
Per capita, to me, the BBW is more popular. Go ahead.
I'm not just going to put on a sexy lingerie and be like, "Ooh, I'm the hottest bitch around." No, like I'm going to, I'm going to give you a show along with that. I'm not going to lay there like a starfish. I've seen that in some porn. They're just like, "Ooh, I'm sexy. I can just, be in these 3 different positions and everyone's going to love it."
Yeah.
No.
So it's kind of easy for women to get in and for men not. And because of that, women, for example, a man can't even be shamed walking into the industry and do this business. A female can be dead shamed that she has to have OnlyFans to make money.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never heard a dude. I hope my family don't find out. Not publicly anyway. Oh, but you quick to hear a woman say, "Nah, I don't want to be mainstream. I don't want to be no." Then why you got an OnlyFans and a Twitter and you busting it open on both?
And why do you have your face in it?
Thank you. I had a girl sit there and tell me because I actually got an interview. She said, "I'm shy and I'm really not trying to be mainstream, but you're on OnlyFans. You can't get more mainstream than that."
Yeah. I had people ask me, they're like, "Aren't you, scared someone's going to find you?" And I'm like, if I was scared of that, I wouldn't have my face in anything. And I'd cover up, my tattoos because that's an identifier. I don't care. Let them know me. I don't care.
Basically, because at the end of the day, that's what you just said. Are you worried somebody gonna find you? Yeah, they already found me. What you talking about? You know, don't you? Okay. So apparently he's gonna get found out.
If I cared, I wouldn't put my face in it. I don't care. My face is all over everything.
And see, that's why I despise this era to a certain extent. Not because I love this era because the content creator has power, but I also hate this era because I hate people that walk into this industry, an industry that I actually love, made money, feed my family with. I have no shame in, and they come in and they shame this shit. They don't want their face seen. They worried about their mommy and daddy finding out, their husband finding out. I even heard one person say, "Well, I ain't gonna stay long because I don't want my children to know that I did this, and you ain't even had kids yet." For real, didn't even have she ain't even had a baby yet. I'm like,
wow,
you thinking that far ahead, motherfucker? You ain't even had a kid yet. You ain't even got pregnant. I don't know if you even had an abortion in your lifetime out this motherfucker. You up there worried about if your child. So what? The child in the womb is gonna pull out a laptop and pull up your porn and tug on the cord, be like, "Hey, mom, I'm seeing you busting it open."
See, and I don't care if my daughter finds out. She's too young to have the talk.
Yeah.
But
it might be fun. She already know.
She might. She absolutely might. But she's never said anything to me. So it's,
Because I know with my kids, they're like, we already know. Please. Can I get some money to go to the store? That's what I'm saying. The kids don't give a shit because to them, especially if he's a teenager, they know mama leaving. That's beautiful. That means I can invite my girlfriend over, my homeboys over, while mama them gone. We can cut the fuck up. You gonna do a shoot, my bye.
Bye, have fun.
Hey, she's gone for about 5 hours. Come over, bring some chips. That's how the kids don't care, and they're not even ashamed because this generation ain't us.
No.
You feel where I'm from? This generation, they already it. People understand this. We underestimate these kids to a certain degree. This generation to a certain degree. Our kids, they're in high school seeing women kiss women, men kiss men, date each other openly in high school or middle school. Let's keep it 100. When I was in school, you never saw that. I never saw people like it unless I went to the strip club.
and in my daughter's in middle school. I never went to school with someone who was transgender.
Yeah.
She has 3 kids in her class.
Yeah.
That are transgender. I'm like, it's a totally different world from what we grew up in.
Put it this way, our kids can tell us more about sex than we can. At 10. Because it's one, we didn't have the internet when we grew up. They have way more access than we ever had to the world.
Oh, absolutely.
Like if you wanted to see porn, you had to either have cable and catch your parents while they were asleep, or you snuck into the local North American Videos or the local mom and pop porn store and go into the back where the black covers with the black curtains, where everything is set out this piece. Remember, they used to have magazines at newsstands.
Oh yeah.
Now it's everything online on their phone. Period. Shit. So
you watch porn on the bus on the way to school.
I'm saying they sit there talking to me. Look at this, man. Boy, I can't wait to lose my virginity. Yeah, guy, I talked to a work girl. She was doing BDSM at 14 with her boyfriend. And I was like, where did y'all figure that out? She was like, just some shit that they saw. So it's kind of like, and then we had to look at ourselves because we knew what porn was in our teens.
Yeah.
We have seen a porn, actually, or read a magazine at some point, because you always had that homeboy or homegirl that was a freak, that parents was freaks and had some shit in the house that y'all could look at.
Yep.
And I'm lying. Who was that friend for you?
It was my older brothers.
I
went in his room for something. I was like, what the hell is this? And it was a dirty condom, and that kind of opened up the door for me. I was like, what do you use a condom for? Then I found the dirty magazines and all that stuff. And yeah.
Nah, ours was my boy Raheem, because his parents was freaks. And every time, you remember when they used to have them state tests, after you finish, you can leave school early?
Yes.
For half a day? See, I don't know if they still do that now. And we used to go over his house, and he had a plethora of magazines, a plethora of porn. So we sitting there watching this shit at 13 and 14. Oh, and brought our girlfriends over to the house.
Oh, dang.
So they watching it too out this piece. And I never forget, he had a magazine, the first time I ever saw a she-male or a she-male. And man, that shit blew my eye. I was like, what the fuck? She got tits in a dick. What the fuck is this shit?
That's like, not.
And then a picture. And the first time I ever saw a picture of her hermaphrodite, an actual hermaphrodite. Which you'll never hear nobody talk about, and the gay community don't even acknowledge, damn near, because they are hermaphrodites out here. For some of y'all people don't know what hermaphrodite is. It's a person that have both sex organs. They have no balls. They have a dick and a pussy. Basically, a big ass clit is basically a dick and they got a pussy. And so usually their parents choose whether they're going to be a man or a female at their birth. So because period. But yeah, it's just, to me, I just think sometimes we overthink things also it's also in their mind, because if this is something you choosing to do as a career, this is something you choosing to do to feed your family, why are you ashamed of it to begin with? Exactly. You chose to do this. You know what I'm saying? Speak to that.
No one forced you into this. There's a lot of steps to making an account on any page, including taking pictures of your ID, yourself, most of them have you holding up a piece of paper with like a name of the website and a date or a video. Like there were a lot of steps where you could have been like, no, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
But now
And
that
you can
your videos, now
deactivate
that
your
you have
account.
content up, now you're ashamed.
Now you're getting them checks. I'm ashamed, even though you went to go buy that burping bag.
Yep.
You won't shame that burping bag.
Nope.
That $100 nail job you got.
You weren't ashamed to watch all those deposit checks fill out into your bank account.
Yeah, because I love listening to the interviews of these OnlyFans girls, especially the ones that did very well. And with this one, she was a pretty chick. And she was saying, yeah, all I would do was posting pictures. And guys was, it was asking me, to post this and this. They'll pay me $5,000. And I was just wondering when it's going to end. And I'm like, woman, you act like you didn't have a choice or something. All you had to say was no.
Yeah. Anytime you can say, you don't have to say yes to anything.
Why do these women want to play the victim when it comes to this business?
Well, I don't know. It's almost like the Louis C.K. thing.
Mm-hmm.
Where they're like, oh, well, he was in power. They feel like they have to say yes because it's money.
Mm-hmm.
Now, whatever the driving force is behind that, who knows? Maybe, no one else in the family is working right now because of whatever reasons.
Mm-hmm.
So they feel they have to make money, but you can always say no. Consent. Literally, consent is most important in anything you do with another human being.
Mm-hmm. And the thing of it is this. Now, for that same female that was sitting here saying, well, he just wanted a picture of this. I can't remember what the picture was. I think it was her doing something freaky. For $5,000, you know what I mean? Women would have been like, bitch, let me get, where he at?
Yeah,
where
right?
He at?
Send him my way.
You turned away $5,000, really? For a picture?
I will take multiple pictures of whatever he wants.
Well,
Well,
see,
there's a
I'm
few.
saying,
There's a few lines I would draw.
I mean, but that's the point. It's females always, and society always makes it seem like the females get to this business destitute. They drug users. They're from a broken home, have daddy issues. Where it's always, actually, it's more about the women than the men, because we know they really don't shun the men when it comes to this. Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
She's something wrong with her. You couldn't get a job, and I'm like, bitch, this is a job. What you talking about?
Oh,
Actually,
it's a full-time job.
yeah. Actually, you probably do more when it comes to porn than some motherfuckers do at that normal 9 to 5 for what we have to do to make money with this.
Oh yeah, it's not just putting on makeup, making a video, and putting it online. It's so much more than that. You have to edit the video first, find whoever you're going to shoot with, or shoot yourself, whatever you want to do. Get the equipment, set it up, make sure the lighting looks good, make sure everything's all set in place, make the actual content. And then if you want to edit it, edit it. If you accidentally said someone's actual name and you want to take that out, you have to take that out in post, edit it. Plus, it's also the fan base. That doesn't just happen with a snap of the fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you use Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, it's a lot of back and forth with your fans.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my Snapchat goes crazy every single day, and I do the absolute best I can. There's some days where I just lack, and I'm just like, ugh, I can't do Snapchat today. Because it's a whole lot of cock, or a whole lot of hi, or hey, when can we fuck? Well, you're 700 miles away. That's probably not going to happen anytime soon.
Yeah. Yeah, because like I said, it's a lot we have to deal with, because you also got to deal with the fans. You got to deal with the ups and downs of the business, because it's not guaranteed money. Let's make this clear. With a 9 to 5, you fill out the W-2 form because you're actually getting paid per hour. We are actually considered independent contractors. We're not being paid we're being paid commission for sales. Let's make that clear. So it's not guaranteed money. So you have ups and downs. That alone right there is by itself is the stressor.
Well, and that's the big motivator for, some of the ones that make the living off this, that they have to work constantly, because otherwise, if if you make this your full-time job and you're not on your social medias or making something every day, you don't get money that day.
Oh, no.
And what a lot of people don't realize is, yeah, we don't, maybe that video or whatever costs $10. We don't get all $10 of that.
No.
Depending on what site you are, you have to
And,
pay your royalty fees to them before you get any of it.
yes. And
Some
not one
you get
scene.
more, some you get less.
Yes. And not one scene makes all your money. It's a cumulative of all subscriptions and all that stuff. So it's actually a totality of things that's being sold for us to see a check. So you fuckers that sit here and may have one, they like post one video and think that video gonna make you $1 million. No, it's gonna take you damn near 1 million videos to make $1 million, people.
Yeah.
Because fans want to see, once they see one, they want to see another. Once they see another, they want to see another. And
when you go to watch porn yourself, how many videos do you cycle through until you find the one to masturbate to?
Yeah. Yeah. You see? It's called common fucking sense, people. I mean,
now,
I'm just saying it's common fucking sense.
If I do find, a content creator or someone that is doing porn that I really like, I'll definitely check out their name first the next time I go masturbate.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I really like that last video. Maybe they got something else that I like too.
Yeah,
and that's why you need
I'm
to
gonna tell you
make
the funny
more than
shit I used
just
to hear.
one video.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna tell you the funny shit I heard. I had this argument this was years ago about trailers, and it was I used to do my trailers at 3 minutes or what have you. The same way you see the Hollywood trailers being done, right?
Mm-hmm.
Girl sit here and said, "I want you to listen to this. Maybe you should shorten the trailers." I said, "Why?" Well, because by the time they finish watching it, they done jerked off and nutted, and they don't want to go get a subscription or buy the scene. Now I want y'all to smoke that thought process over.
Most of my trailers are 45 seconds to a minute.
It ain't even about that. I want y'all to think about this for a second, right? Smoke this over. I'm a dude. I don't have to watch the video but one time and can imagine that motherfucker go jerk off. But here's the kicker. If I jumped off to that motherfucking video 10 times at some point, I'm going to go purchase it. If I done jerked off to this chick numerous times at some point, I'm going to go look at her at the webcam. If I done jerked off to you numerous times at some point, I'm going to get a subscription to your fucking site. Once again, sometimes females, y'all overthink it. Dudes do too. I'm not going to exclude the dudes because y'all do too. But females more so than not. Because that was a conversation I had with a female. I never had that conversation with a dude.
We think about everything.
Yeah, it's like y'all. It's like many of them really just overthink the whole fucking process. It's not that hard, Period. Just like when they see girls that do wild shit with masturbation, like in the drive-through of McDonald's and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or when they see girls flash in the grocery store, you gotta understand something. They wait till when it's not that crowded in the grocery store to pull some of that shit off. They're not doing that shit at 12 noon or 3 o'clock. Everybody got off work, head to the grocery store.
Oh, God.
Like I saw one where a girl would get the fucked at the grocery store. I said, I was like, he knew somebody in the grocery store.
He knew someone, or they have someone on each end of the aisle that's watching.
Yeah. Basically. Oh, and by the way, he did get caught on camera and he probably got arrested 2 days later.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind, people. They do have fucking cameras. And it's all called indecency. Oh my God. So
but as far as the trailers go, there's some people that they do not want to spend money on porn in any way, shape, or form. So that's why I tend to leave. Yeah, that's why personally we tend to leave the trailers pretty short, just to make you work for it a little more. Go digging, go find.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's mean of me, but.
Or if you're really smart, go ahead. Well, actually, you were smart. You want to know why? Because see, with Pornhub, you get view sharing. That means she makes money when people view her shit for free.
Don't be telling my secrets.
X videos too. See, so whenever y'all want free shit, guess what I do? If you want more of it, you might see on Twitter. I tell you, go to X videos. You can see all my free shit then. I'm making money off your dumb ass watching that free shit and jerking off to it. Go ahead.
I do have some full length videos on Pornhub. I will say that. We have quite a few. But I also do all my trailers there.
Mm-hmm. But see, originally before Pornhub became like monetizing videos, that's what I used to do anyway. I used it to drive traffic to my other sites and put my traffic.
Mm-hmm.
So I was on it before they monetized shit. I remember when they switched over, and it was some bullshit because, like I said, I know why they switched over because it was a European company. It became a European company, and like I keep telling everybody, y'all need to pay attention to these European-based content sites. You understand? You need to pay attention to them because they are trying to be more solo content creator friendly than that of boy girl content. So y'all need to pay attention to that when y'all start picking y'all sites. You want sites that if you do that is friendly to the content that you're putting out.
Mm-hmm.
They're just a tip that I noticed.
See, I know we signed up. I just did a blanket.
Mm-hmm.
We just did a blanket sign up. Fan Central, Loyal Fans.
Yeah.
ABN Stars.
Yeah, because I tell people more bullets in the gun.
I can't even think of all the other. I know I got a whole list on my laptop.
Yeah, because the thing, no, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. You're gonna end up getting checks. You're gonna be like, wait a second, I got that. I got content on that. Where the fuck I get content on that?
Exactly.
I done had that happen. Like I got a check from a site. I was like, I forgot I had content on it. And then I said, well, maybe I need to start promoting it more.
Well, thanks, guys.
Yeah,
kind of how it is.
Yeah. So that's why I tell people if you want to learn how to do this business, why you listen to the damn podcast. There you go.
There you go. Learn all new types of things.
No doubt. So I am glad you're okay. I'm glad that you're back.
And I'm looking not fully back. I still got to stretch up my vagina again because it hasn't been used.
Well, I'm pretty sure your boy gonna handle that for you.
We're working on it. I'll be honest. The first time really hurt. So we're working on it.
But
I'll be back soon.
Almost definitely. And you'll be back on the podcast soon too.
Anytime.
Most definitely. Tell everybody where they can find you.
Oh gosh. I don't even know anymore. Pornhub. my main one right now, Pornhub. ManyVids.
Mm-hmm.
Who else do I have content on? Because like I said, I don't have content on everything anymore. I mean, I'm still on OnlyFans if you want to go check me out. I actually have a really good sale right now. We've just been leaving it at 55% off.
Mm-hmm.
You can see a lot of videos there.
Oh yeah.
Come spank it to me.
I like that. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you know how we always end this. Life is a learning experience. With the porn experience, you didn't learn anything. Smoke this over. Thank you for coming to the lounge, baby girl.
Bye, baby.